boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you step onto the field for a USC football game, you know you are in the heart of history. Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles has seen more sports than you can imagine. Hosting 2 Summer Olympics in 1932 and 84, it is also set to return for a 3rd Olympic trial in 2028. It was opened in 1923, and more history has happened in the Coliseum than anywhere else in college sports. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Trojans ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's Underwood. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Underwood unloads to the right. Got the big tight end on the corner route. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Wolverines peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Right back to the well. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Touchdown, Wolverines! He got a step and just dusted the field. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. I can't imagine that going any better.
What a great start for this offense. Opening drive, come out, have success. You know, most offensive coordinators script their first 5 to 10 plays. Looks like that script worked pretty well.
Here he comes from inside his own 5.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Quick release on the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
No, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. He might want another play. Tight end now in motion. The run inside. It's Jordan. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Touchdown, Michigan! The defense putting points on the board.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll start this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Wolverines. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lockhart. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Pressure coming. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. To the air, it's Mayava. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Trojans decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. There he goes. Open it up. Bulldozes his way through. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. So here comes the Michigan offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Throwing, Underwood. Right on the money. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. So now it's 2nd and long. Going to the run, it's Marshall. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Bunch formation for these receivers. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got it. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Underwood. Pulls it in. He'll be stopped just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. 4th down coming. Let's see if they go for it here.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Barber. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The handoff as they run the counter play here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Fires to the wideout. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Jordan.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Complete. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
The Trojans lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Motion from the wide receiver. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on fourth down. Now a timeout is called so they can talk over what to do on 4th and 2. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Caught, and he's got room. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Trojans!
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Here comes the two-point try. Trying to run, it's Jordan. He's not going to get it in, and the lead will remain 18 as they were trying to make this a 2-possession game. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Here's Underwood to throw. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10, into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And the extra point was good. He'll bring it out. It's Barber. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. To the air, it's Mayava. Oh, they're after him. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on second down. He's got it. Snags it and he's open. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And those are the ones you just want to pull it back in as soon as you throw it as a quarterback, because you know he was open, I had him, I just put too much underneath it and missed out on a big play.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyways, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
It'll be third and long. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Pocket breaking down. On target to the left. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double-checking to make sure. The Trojans getting set on first and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Now adjusting. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush four guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play called defensively.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll run for it on third and short. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
They'll run it on first and goal. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Well, you really can't afford to get that type of call down here when you're trying to punch in a score. Gets the back moving. Back to throw, it's Mayava. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. He wants it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll move the tight end. Underwood makes the grab on the left. Finds a crease at the 20. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him, and the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And a great job understanding where you're at on the field. And I know that sounds very simple, but I run that out route, I start getting towards the sidelines. I got to feel it. I don't have time to look down as the ball's coming to me. Great job catching it and getting that foot in bounds.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
And the runner is down, and so is a flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. After the holding penalty, 1st and 20 for this offense. The snap sets up to throw. Here's a heat, and it's a sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The run inside, it's Jordan. Hard running there. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got him downfield. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down.
Booster. Bubba. Chip.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
4th and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Deep shot for the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 3 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19.
And it's the Crimson Tide in real jeopardy of kissing that top 10 ranking goodbye. They're being punked right now, dominated in every aspect of the game, and we haven't even hit halftime.
Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Making side adjustments here. He'll do it himself on the draw.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Running inside, it's Miller. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, looking to pass. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation.
Here's a little room there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4.
Kill. 390, twilight. 390, twilight.
Wide receiver going in motion. Snags it, and there's running room. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. On the ground with the counter.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Throwing, Underwood. Got his man on the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
949 rock star. 949 rock star.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Middle of the end zone. He's got it.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Coming out with it, it's Lockhart. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And it's just nice, man, to have a big tight end that can work the middle of the field. Like, I can throw it over linebackers' heads, and he's big enough to really be a target before it gets to the safeties. And they run these post patterns, man, and when you throw them on time, they're extremely hard to stop.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Off play action on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Check. 14-24 plus. 14-24 plus. Over. Ready, go.
They'll run play action. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Sweep, sweep. Flash, flash. Check, check, check. Where did he go?
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He fires a bullet to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field.
22. Ready, go. Where did he go?
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. Touchdown, Trojans. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
as quarterbacks, you want to find your best matchup in these critical 4th downs. He found it and took a shot, and it paid off. Huge touchdown.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. He'll bring it out. It's Chambers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Marshall. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Send the tight end in motion. Quarterback keeps it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking to fire. Going over the top. Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in, locked in, and really creating havoc for this offense.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Final play of the quarter coming.
95, 96, French. Ready?
The offense changing the play.
Rock. Flag. Go.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Throws for the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Box. Here we go. Ready. Look. Freeze. Go.
Looking to pass. It's Mayava. Under fire. Complete to the right. Gets away from one. Finds room. All the way. Touchdown Trojans.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Chambers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. It's complete to the left. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
On the direct snap, it's Marshall. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll run it again. Got enough for the first. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
To the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Here's Underwood to throw. He's got him. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
And the Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He turns that loose down the right side. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. There he goes. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Underwood rushes on him, blasted as he lets it go.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything.